2, 3, Hey guys, what's up? My name is Mike Levitsky and welcome to another YouTube lesson. I got the guitar out again today and this one's called the Ghostbusters Licks. And I got this idea from teaching improvisation to my students when I was teaching jazz band. I used to teach high school jazz band and I had some guitar players who weren't quite sure what to play. And we were playing a tune called Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. And I don't know if you're familiar with that tune. If you're not, you should check it out. I'd like to do a lesson where I teach that tune. But there's a section that goes like this. And the kids were like, I don't know what to play on that. And so we just came up with this thing where we'd play this one lick that kind of sounded like the B section of the Ghostbusters theme song. And I'd say, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters, when they didn't know what to do. And that meant for them to go. That little lick right there. And it fit really well over this thing. So that's where kind of the idea for the Ghostbusters started. And then I figured, well, since we're playing the B section, let me just look at the rest of the line. And I don't know if this is exactly how the Ghostbusters theme song sounds, but it's pretty close to it. That kind of idea. And then, so I took that. I'm going to teach that to you guys today, and then we're gonna do some variations on that. And so one thing that I want you guys to learn when you're learning a lick or doing improv, and I'm hopefully going to be able to show that to you today, is that there is so much you can do with a lick. So I don't want you just to learn a lick and then that's the stock lick and that's the one that you play. Like, if that's all you know, well, that's okay, but each one of you out there who's watching this video, like, you have your own voice. We all talk differently. We all say words slightly differently. We put sentences together differently. And we learned how to talk from our parents and from the people who are around us. So we sound like our parents. Like, some people might say to you, like, hey, like, people say to me all the time, like, man, you sound just like your brother, or you sound just like your dad. And that might be true of you and your influences, but you don't want to be, a carbon copy of the people that you're listening to, or me, or whoever else you're getting licks from on YouTube. So you take their ideas and they influence you, yeah, but you're going to take them and develop them. And so we're going to look at that today as we go through these Ghostbusters licks, and I'm going to hopefully be able to show you some stuff that you can do in order to expand these licks as we go along. So let's look at the licks. If you look in the description down below, you'll find a link to the PDF of the tabs and also the notation if you read notation, so that you can kind of follow along and see what we're doing. And I have them here on my computer down below me, so if you see me looking down like this, I'm looking down at the tabs. Also in the last video, I had some people say that the sound was not so good, so I've set a microphone up and I've tried to fix some things on that. So put a comment down below and let me know how the sound on this video sounds and how I can improve it. And I'll keep trying to get better at that so that you guys can all hear what I'm doing. So the first lick is just the straight Ghostbusters theme song. Again, we're going to be in the A minor pentatonic shape, so it's hard to play. I always want to play the blues. The blues note in there is this note right here. So it's the note E flat. Okay, E flat, and so you got an E flat here, and you have an E flat here. And when we add that note to the scale, we get that kind of blues sound. It makes the scale sound bluesy. But we're in the key of A, and we're going to be starting on the note A. Okay, so it's gonna be the 7th fret of the 4th string, and you can follow along on the music if you want. 7th fret of the 4th string, and then we're gonna go to the 5th fret of the 3rd string, and we're gonna do either a slide or a hammer-on or pick, and it's all depending on how you want the lick to sound. So I'll play all three. So if we play, there's a hammer-on, okay? Here's a slide, and then here's a pick. Okay, and each one's gonna sound a little bit different. Let me play each one in the context of the lick. So here's just first the hammer-on. Okay, here's the slide. Then here's the pick. Okay, each one has a little bit different character to it, and I'll let you decide which one you want to use. So from there, we're gonna play 7, 7, 5 going to 6. Okay, back to 7. Okay, there's the first section. And then we're going to reach back with our index finger, because this is a stretch, and for some of you who are more on the beginning side, because remember my focus is kind of beginner, intermediate, that range. I think this is accessible for you guys. This might be tough, but you're going to stretch your index finger, or move your hand, shift your hand. I like to move my hand as little as possible, but you're going to shift your hand, and you're going to play the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and then back to the 5th fret of the 4th string. Okay, so you have, that's the first phrase, then you wait, rest, rest, and you're gonna go. Okay, and that's just 7, 7, 7, 7, 5, 7. And you want to kind of do a staccato. Okay, so you got Okay, now if you pick it, it sounds kind of neat. It's got a different kind of effect. See that? And you can just play that over. Okay, great. Now that will work. You can play that over like a straight ahead blues. What I was playing in the intro is kind of more of a straight. And that was just a vamp between A7 and D7. Just going back and forth, A7, D7. I never went up to the 5 chord. Okay, and it had more of a kind of a groove-oriented feel to it. You could also play it over A minor. Okay, works over that. What works over this A minor really well is the second part of Ghostbusters. Now, this second section of the Ghostbusters melody is really interesting. It's a polyrhythm, okay, also known as a hemiola. And if you don't know what a polyrhythm is, it's where we have two groupings of notes going at the same time. So the typical one is like 2/3, where you have this polyrhythm is actually pretty hard. It's 4/3 or 3/4. So we're going to be playing. Okay, so let me teach that to you, and then we'll work on the rhythm. The notes are pretty easy. You're just going to hold the 7th or the 5th fret on the 3rd string, and then the 7th fret on the 4th string. And you want to come off of it like a staccato. So staccato just means a short, quick attack with not a lot of decay on the end. So, and the way that I'm doing that is I'm picking the 3rd string, and then when I come back to the 4th string, I'm doing an up pick like this. Okay, coming up stroke. And then I'm muting it with the fleshy part of my palm right here. I'm just pushing that up against the strings. Okay? Now, you can also do it with the left hand if you just release the pressure. See, the string stops. So, you just release the pressure. So I do both. Okay? You'll also hear there's a slight bend in there. So I'm pulling on the string just a little bit. It's not quite a full bend, like a... Not going all the way up there, I'm just going just a little bit, just a quarter bend. So you want to practice that a little bit. So what are we going to do after that? After that, we're just going to add on some more notes. So now, where we were playing 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, and then 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to play 5 and 5 on the 2nd and the 3rd string. the same kind of, you bend both strings. Then I'm gonna do all three. String 1, 2, and 3. Okay? And that is the Ghostbusters lick. Okay, let's talk about the rhythm. The rhythm is 4/3. There's a lot of different ways that you can think about this. We could do a whole video on just 4/3. But the rhythm for 4/3 is this. If you can hear this rhythm in your head, then you can practice it. And I suggest that you try to practice it. So here's the rhythm. So if you can play that rhythm, here's my drummer side coming out, right? If you could play that rhythm, and it would be together, left, right, left, right, left, together, left, right, left, right, left, together, left, right, left, right, left, together, left, right, left, okay? So just think of that rhythm, and don't think of the polyrhythm yet. Just da 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 da, and then we're gonna start counting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's a challenge. If you want a challenge, a rhythmic challenge, you can do that anywhere. You can do that while you're waiting online for the, at Starbucks or McDonald's or wherever you go to eat and get your drinks. You can do that while you're driving around, kind of thinking about it, sing da 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 da. Start thinking about that rhythm. So that's what's going on here. All right? So, now, you might just want to feel it and not worry about how to count it. Just kind of feel where it lands for you. Okay? And that might be easier for you just to kind of feel the time out. If you think about it, 4/3, it's just a bunch of dotted eighth notes in a row. So if I had to count that out for you, if I was thinking 16 notes, if you know how to count, 1 E and so we have 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and we're going to be counting 1 and E 4. 1 and E 4. That's what's going on. So we have 3 groupings of 3 going in 16 notes. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. Ba 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 ba. All right. Woo! That was a lot. That was a lot. Okay, all that rhythm and stuff. If you got bogged down in that and lost in that, I don't blame you. That's difficult stuff. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is take the straight Ghostbusters movies licks or theme song, whatever, and we're gonna start to morph it a little bit so we can use it over something that's not so straight, something that's swung, something that's triplet based. So what I did was take these same intervals and I turned them into triplets. I just added one note. It's a pickup note, and it picks up on the note E, okay, which is the 5 in the key of A. So we're gonna go pick up, and then everything else is the exact same notes that we played last time. So the way that I'm fingering this is I'm rolling down, and I'm kind of doing almost like a sweep pick. So this is something good for you guys to learn. I start on the 5th fret, and I'm gonna pick down, and then I'm gonna roll my ring finger down to the 5th fret on the 4th string. So starting on fret 7, I'm doing string 5, 4. Then when I get to string 3, I reach down to fret 5, just like we did in the straight lick. And then I'm going to hammer on to fret 6. And then back down to fret 7 on string 4. So that sounds like this. Okay? And then, same thing. I'm going to reach down to fret 4 on the 3rd string. And then fret 5 on the 4th string. So we end up with... Okay, and that's really the whole lick, and then we got to finish it off, and so I just did this little enclosure idea, and I'll show that to you. We're going to start on fret 7, okay, fret 7 on the 3rd string. I'm going to go fret 4, 5, 6, and then fret 5 on the 4th string. And that's just swung 8th notes. Okay, another idea that you can do with that, which is really fun, is instead of ending on that, you can end an octave above. So you have, and then you can go. So this will be the first 2 bars of blues in A. Right? Great. 2 more licks we're going to look at, and then we're going to try to put all these together into some solo ideas at the end, okay? Now we're going to do it up here. Okay? So this is a little bit more of a stretch, so if you got those licks down there down, this will be great. You're going to move on, and now we're going to work on kind of stretching our fingers out a little bit. We're going to move outside of a little bit of this pentatonic box. A couple of options you have, same thing in the other. Like you can slide, you can hammer on, you can move, you can jump your whole hand up there. I think I was doing sliding. I was sliding with my pinky or my ring finger. Okay? And you can finger that any way that's comfortable for you. Fingering on guitar is important and not important at the same time. You don't want to be hindered because you can't play a certain fingering. But at the same time, if something else feels more comfortable to you, then go ahead and do that. I think I play it differently every time I play it. Okay? And then you can do, which is just right in that pentatonic box. So we're going to go 5, 5, and then we're going to slide up to 9. Okay, 5, 5, 9, 5, 7, 8 on the 2nd string. And then you can go 5, 5, 5, 5, 8, 5. That's kind of the... But I did this really kind of funky thing, and I went... Okay, that's a lot of fun. So that sounds like this. Here's the counting on that. It's kind of hard to count. It's easier to feel. Just listen to me play and play along. But if you want me to count it for you, I will. And even if you don't want me to count it for you, I'm going to count it for you anyway. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and E, 2 and E and 4 and. Up to tempo so you can hear it. There's the pick. I like doing that. I think that sounds really cool. Here's the last lick. We're going to do the triplets up an octave. It's getting a little bit more difficult, so the difficulty's been rising as we've been going. But if you stick at it, I think you can get it. So same thing, I'm going to do that pickup note on the note E, and then we're going to play the same lick. So we have rolling on the index finger from E up to A. So we got 5, 5, 5, and then we're going to slide into 9 through 8. Okay? Okay, so that's the first part. Okay? So we have 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3, So once you get that first triplet part down, then we're just going to walk down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 5. Back to the root on A. Alright, that's all the licks, okay? So, I'm going to do a backtrack, just a little vamp track, and I'm going to play over that a little bit, and then I'm going to let you play over it a little bit. And we'll practice together. We'll see if that works, okay? This will give you an opportunity to try out some of the stuff. So we won't go too fast. We'll start straight, and then we'll go from there, okay? And we're just going to do a A7 to a D7 vamp. So we're going to go... Here's lick 1. You try. two together. Did you make it? Yeah, that could be tough, keeping that rhythm going. Alright, let's see what kind of improvisation we can do. I'll improv a little bit, and then I'll let you improv. And I'm just going to use these licks, and I'm going to kind of twist them around and shake them up and see what kind of stuff I can come up with just using these licks, okay? So here we go. 3, 4... You try something. I'll try. You try something. Sounds great. You try something. Alright, now we're gonna try blues. I know this is kind of long, but you don't have to stick around and watch this. You could click off the video a long time ago. But I think this is a great time for us to practice together. And you can see that, hey, I'm learning too, I'm practicing too. And everything that I play is not perfect. And I'm not really worried about putting perfect stuff out there for you guys. We're all learning together. And, you know, we all make mistakes. So I kind of want you guys to see what real practicing looks like. All right, here we go. We're going to do some blues. You go. Sounds great. It might not, but you know, that's encouraging, right? Oh, let's improv. Here we go. High up. Ah. Alright guys, I hope that was helpful and fun, and that I was able to kind of talk you through those licks. I know some of them are rhythmically difficult, and I think that if you stick at it, you can get it. And take these licks and mix them up and change them around and see all the different stuff that you can do with them. Alright, I will see you in the next video, and we'll be looking at some more licks and how we can use them and adapt them to our playing. Alright, thanks. I'll see you later.